Hi everyone! Welcome to my May live video. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm glad you're all here. Or some of you are here. I'm just looking at who's in the room. Hi Denise. Hi Shorty. Hi Caroline. Hi James. Hi Simone. Hi Sheena. Hi Kate. Wow! Where'd you all pop up from? I hope you guys are having a good day. Not too bad. Don't know what it's like where you are, but where we are, it's a bit cold and a bit wet, but thankfully we got the deck done last week, so this is not a problem. But Ryan's actually got the next 2 days, so he's got Friday and Monday. He's got them off work because we're going to do some stuff with the backyard, and of course it's been raining, so it's all muddy and yeah, so it'll be fun. Working in the mud. Let's just hope it doesn't rain. Hope it doesn't rain. I hope that we're not frozen. Shorty? Let me know if we're still frozen. I think it was a little slow at the beginning, but I think we've caught up now. Let me know if it's still not quite working for you, Shorty. Yeah, no, I like the rain. I'm not complaining about the rain. The rain is good, but makes working outside a little bit difficult. Just a little bit. So I thought tonight I do have some questions that I asked for Instagram questions earlier on, so I've got those to go through. I'm going to catch you guys up with my memory decks. I will put pictures of these all up on Instagram, but figure you guys can get a sneak peek of what I've made. Oh good, no one's frozen. Excellent. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Nothing too exciting. Yanning in Brisbane, no walk today. Yeah, no, we've been 50-50 with the walk. Sometimes we'll go. It's harder now that Ryan's working the later shift because he doesn't finish. He's supposed to finish at 5:30. He mostly finishes at 5:45. So by the time he finishes, it's basically time for dinner, and it's dark, and so we don't want to do that. So anyway, Shorty. Okay, I'm going to be deadly honest with you guys right now. I've had a rough couple of days. I'll answer that just a sec, Simone. Rough couple of days here. I've just been a bit frustrated with everything. Yeah, I didn't do anything today. I sat in bed and played The Sims all day. That was the extent of my day. But I think I always have a couple of down days and then I come back up again. So I'm just hoping. Watching MasterChef while being here. Simone, Timothy and Sarah are here and would like to know why I'm called Plum Mashable. I am called Plum Mashable because P and L is for planner and U and M was going to be for makeup because I was going to do makeup stuff on my channel as well. And that kind of went out the window, but I liked Plum. It kind of worked. And then Mashable because it had ash in it and it was a bit of everything. Mashable. So there we go. That's where it came from. That's a weird way to come up with a name, but that's what worked. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my phone. If you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to chuck them at me. But I'm going to jump on to all of my topics. So Kelly asked about planning and COVID. I had done a video on that, so hopefully Kelly got to look at that. I don't know if that Kelly's the same as Kel's the Planner Girl, I'm not sure. So I did do a whole video on that, and that video actually has been really helpful to me because I go back and watch it when I'm a little bit just a little bit That's alright, Simone. And I have been a bit the last couple of days. I've been good with the crafting. The crafting helps. Today was just a whole just didn't want to do anything kind of day. That's just the extent of my feelings right now. It's just couple of other questions. I'll come back to these ones and just keep going with these ones. Sheena says, how old am I? I'm 34? Thank you.
35.
I don't count anymore. I'm old. We'll go with that. I'm 34. Be 35 in December. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Kate, I don't usually play The Sims. I haven't played The Sims since I was probably 21, 22. But with nothing to do, some days I just need something to do. So Ryan got me some of them so that I could have something to do. My favourite expansion pack though, I'm not sure because I think I have all of them, don't I?
Except for the latest.
Except for the latest one. So I don't know which one's in which. But I'll go the spa day because that one, I like the stuff that comes in that pack. And I like having the mud baths. It makes me happy. Exactly, sure. We're all here together and we'll all come out the other side. It's just I know there's light on the end of the tunnel. We just have to get through the tunnel, and right now the tunnel and I aren't getting along very well. I want to be out of the tunnel and I'm not there yet. But anyway, not so young. But young enough, I suppose. All right, back to these questions. Monique also asked a question on COVID, which I'm going to try to skip past that because otherwise I'm going to get a bit sad, so I'm not going to talk about it. How's the home reno going? Well, the only thing that ever needed to be renoed was the backyard. Everything else is basically brand new. The office is now done, which I love. I didn't realize that was there. I love my office. I will say there is nothing quite like getting a wish to make you wish you didn't wish it, which is I wish I hadn't said that I wish I could spend all day in here, because now that I can spend all day in here, I don't enjoy spending all day in here. This needs to be my happy place, so when I'm in a bad mood, I leave it so that this does not get associated with bad things. Hey Sandra. But other than that, the only other thing that really needs to be finished is the outside. We finished the deck last week. And we're doing the backyard. Not fully this weekend, but Ryan's built we've got some raised garden beds, which now we've got the dirt for, so we're going to finish those off. We're going to do some pebbles down the side, and then we're going to get some grass. So there's the little progression of that. So that's what's happening out there. Once that's finished, I'm going to do the whole house tour. So you guys saw the house tour when it was empty, and that was when Denise came around and saw it with me, which was so much fun. Once the backyard's done, then I'm going to do the full house tour, and you guys can see it all furnished. That's my plan anyway. That's the plan.
Front room won't be done.
The front room won't be done because we don't have a couch. It's no longer a storage room though. It now looks like a proper room. It's just we don't spend any time in there because there's no couch and therefore no point sitting up there. Monique also asked about my thoughts on how cold the weather is. Quite honestly, I'm a bit impressed with Melbourne's weather. So this has been the first week that it's been bad, in my opinion. It's been really good before that. We got through all of last week without it raining when we were trying to build the deck, which was just amazing. So to cop it a little bit this week, I can handle that. It's okay. It has been very cold though, which is why I make Ryan get up really early in the morning, turn the heater on, so that it's not cold when I get out of bed, because I don't get out of bed till 9:30. So it's nice and warm when I get out of bed. Thank you, Denise. The garden beds will look amazing when they've got got stuff in them. The big challenge is going to be I can't grow anything. I kill everything. I've got a houseplant out there that's not surviving so well. So yeah, it's a challenge to see if I can keep them alive. Yeah. Stuck in this tunnel, depression is an everyday battle. Oh, thanks, Shorty. Yeah, and I think I'm very thankful at times like these that my mental health is okay, because if not, I can definitely see it all getting a bit much. Ryan will tell you I had a minor meltdown yesterday, but I'm okay now. I'm okay. Hey, Gilly. Michaela asked a light-hearted question: who is the better Hemsworth, Chris or Liam? Chris. Only because he was on Home and Away. He's the only one I've actually ever seen do anything. And Liam was silly enough to marry Miley Cyrus, so there we go. Natives will work. We'll see what we chuck in there. Tracy asked, at the end of your videos, I noticed you have Patreons. So I have a Patreon. I've had it for 12 months? Maybe longer?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Something like that. I don't promote it because I don't expect you guys to give me anything. If you want to, I really appreciate it, and that's why it's there, but I'm not going to actively ask for it. If you guys do want to support me, I think it's $1 gets you a credit on the end of every video for the month.
We have a $10 one, but
we do have a $10 one, and I'll send you a card. There are things I've never known what really to give. The problem is that we film videos sometimes very quickly to when they go up, so you can't really get early access to things. It doesn't quite work like that, not for me anyway. So we couldn't kind of work out what the levels needed to be. But if you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like at different levels, if you would like to help me out. Obviously at the moment things are a bit tight, with just the JobKeeper stuff. But at the same time, we are still okay. We are still doing okay, and I don't want to have to ask you guys for anything. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that out for a minute. And Simone had asked if I could go through my memory decks. So most of these have been on video before. Memory decks, Carter's Awards. There we go. Yeah, Denise gets to visit my house for free. That's true. A memory decks card or something similar would be. I like that idea. My fear is if it got too big, and like now's fine. If I had 50 people sign up, I could probably make 50 cards, and that would be fine. But during regular times, if 50 people suddenly signed up, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, I'll think on that. Before I get moving, I just want to slide over here. I'm just going to get the little list of themes book that I've got going so that I can tell you what each of the themes are, because I'll go through all of them for you. We'll start at the beginning. So Ryan, you can flip to the one above my head. So this was, and I'll pull them out and show you. Can you zoom further, or is that as far as you can zoom? Oh, good boy, Ryan. Oh, look at him. He's so clever. Hey, Yvonne. Whoops. Sorry, I'll mute that. Started doing, have I done week 20? I have not done week 20. You'll see in a second, that's the next one on my list. So this was the very, very first one I did. This was the Shine Bright Like a Diamond. I really didn't want to do anything when it came to diamonds. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of them. So I just went with just the shine instead, and yeah, was playing with the mink. Oh, I have some news about mink in a second. I'll come back to that. So that was week 1. This was week 2, which was Pretty in Pink, which was actually really funny because I did it without realising that number 5 was Roses Are Red, which, because this is the Stop and Sell the Roses. But again, I was playing with foil a lot at this point. Lots of foil to that one. This one, this one could work for week 20, but it's supposed to be week 3, which is 6-letter word, which is selfie. And I was just playing with some lawn fawn stamps and the Polaroid frame. Just trying to make a different shaped card. That was what I was aiming for there. So that's a cool one. I like the grass on that one. I don't like that the E didn't end up looking like an E, but yeah. I really love doing these, Caroline. They're a lot of fun. This one's actually going to end up being a twofer. So it's the week 5, which is, week 4, which is Totally Rad, which I was playing with some stuff from Planners Anonymous. This was the That's So 90s. At some point, I'm going to go back and do a memory decks for every Planners Anonymous kit. And so that might double up. I might use that twice. This one may be my favourite. It may be my favourite. This one's the Roses Are Red one. And this was my first attempt at doing rolled roses. Took a really long time, but it turned out really, really nicely. Whoops. And I just like just the simple kind of sentiment there that's just on vellum. It worked out really nicely, that one. So I like that one. Hi, Ruth. Oh, Polly Pocket theme. Good choice, James. So number 6 was called Lucky in Love. And so I did a shaker heart that just got better together with just a picture of Ryan and me. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm not on where I am. Sorry, my bad. I actually might move over to you just a little. So yeah, just with a picture of Ryan and me. That's to me, the Lucky in Love. I'm lucky to have him. So that's that one. This one was actually different. This is week 7. This is 3 colours, 2 die cuts, 1 word. I think that's what it is. So I went with the die cuts. These are from the Kaisercraft Native Breeze collection, which is a collection that I thought I would just use to no end, but for whatever reason I can't make it do what I want it to do. So it's got the green, the red and the yellow, and then home for Australia, which was where I was going there. I know you guys have seen this one because it was up on my Instagram this week. This was my Rainbow Connection. This was using those watercolour bubbles that I did. And I needed a way to use them, so I chucked them on a memory decks card, and then I just added in this Happiness is Blowing Bubbles later on because it looked a bit empty. So I fixed that up. These ones are just on the computer, and then this one I actually heat embossed that. That worked out really nicely. I think I said it at the time. This one kind of feels like a bit of a cheat. So the the prompt is using stamps, and I'm sort of looking at it going, well, most of mine I use stamps, so that doesn't quite count. But this is the Heffy Doodle Otter Side, I think it's called. I just love this collection, and I just added in some bits and pieces from Lawn Fawn on the bottom to kind of make the bottom. So there we go, my little otters swimming around. Oh, I like this one. I like the next two actually. This was put a bow on it, and I'm not a big bow person, so I thought, okay, well, what else has bows? And like, well, presents have bows. My presents have bows. But I wanted to make it a bit special, so when you pull the little bear, his two little friends pop up. So you've got two little friends in the box. Plus I really like the sunset on that one. I think it came out really nicely. Just something different. This one's cool too. This is Flower Power. There are a lot of them. Have anyone else who's doing the Memory Decks challenge noticed that a lot of them are really floral? Or am I just taking them that way? I don't know. This one's Flower Power. I used the Lawn Fawn. Oh goodness, what's it called? Something about flowers. And a action wobbler to kind of make that flower pop. Plus a couple of the bugs from Bug Deal, which is probably my favourite stamp set at the moment. This one I know you guys have seen because it's on my channel. This is the Flamingo one. The next two actually have been on the channel. So these are the Flamingo ones, using some of my old Aldi stuff, which I forgot I had. Friendship Grows. Thank you, Simone. And then this one I know you've seen as well. This was the jeans one that put it in a pocket. So I've got the little lavender bit, which is actually falling apart at the moment. And then I've just left those penguins in there because I just think they look really cute. I like this one. Not the best, but I like that it's just so different to everything else. Everything else is very sort of one shape and very plain, except maybe the roses. But this one's very, very different. So that was a good one. I think you guys have seen this one too. This was week 14. The actual theme was the one where they all stay home, and I think you could take it one of two ways. You could either go down the one where they all stay home way, so all about staying home, or you could take it down the Friends route, which is what I did. I have a very cool stamp from the Ink Road that's called the one with all the stamps. So I had the I'll be there for you sentiment with the couch. So I just coloured that in, fussy cut it out, and I just added in this border that reminds me of the picture frame on the back of Monica's door. So there, that was my Friends one. This one was hard. This one was vintage, truly vintage, which I'm not a big vintage person, although I will show you a card in a second that I've just finished making, that I've been playing with the vintage stuff. I kind of like the way this one came out. I like the messiness of it. Something different. Again, a different shape. All good, Shorty. I'll come back to that one in just a sec. This was today's, or the one that I had up on today's Instagram. This was starts with a D, so I did dog. So that's got like obviously a paw print, and then it's got little pictures of Jet all over it. There's my Jetty. I like this one. He's a puppy. Never actually saw him that small, but we had pictures. So these three are definitely ones you wouldn't have seen yet. So these are three different ones. So this one is two of a kind. So I actually had a lot of stamp sets from Lawn Fawn that had the twos. I think they come out around Valentine's Day, I have a feeling. So I've got the whales and the seals and the puffins and then the little seahorses. So I just went Life's Better with two as sort of like a pun on Life's Better with You, and a couple of diamantes and bits and pieces on there to kind of finish it off. So that's that one. This one's actually funny. I had no idea what I was doing with it. This one's Tickets Please. That's actually glue tape that I just put some mink foil down on and gave it a shot. I wrote the Just Be in with my foil quill, old die cut, tag, and then there's some tickets behind here. So you've got your Lucky One, Lucky Dip, and then there's a I Love You to the Moon and Back at the back there, just for something different. I'm just trying to see if I can, don't know if you can kind of see the dots there. It just gives this really cool texture that is seriously just glue. That's all that is. And then this is the last one that I've done. So this is Incorporate Fabric. The last one is Shake It Like a Polaroid. I'm still working on that one. But there's this one. So again, this is a little bit more of that vintage thing, but I've got a ribbon and some burlap on the back here as well as some sort of die cut flowers and other bits and pieces. So there's this one. So they'll all be up on my Instagram in the next couple of weeks or so you can sort of have a look a little bit closer if you want to, because I know me holding them's not always the easiest way to look. But yeah, that's up to week 19. So I have caught up completely. I need to do the Polaroid one. I know what I want to do. I just haven't got to it yet. But yeah, I hope you guys liked having just a bit of a look. The Memory Decks challenge is all over Instagram. If you just check out, I think the hashtag is Memory Decks Weekly. Hashtag Memory Decks Weekly. You can see what the theme is every week. And I get the question all the time, what do I use my Memory Decks cards for? They're just little ways for me to create. They're not necessarily for anything. And I think that's my biggest problem with cards. Like I love making cards, but sometimes I run out of people to send my cards to. So I like the idea of having a little bit of art that I've made for myself, and that's what these always are. Just a little bit of ways to make some art for myself. Ruth, I kind of have. Ooh, shake it like a Polaroid Northern Lights. Oh, that's a good idea. Can you come back to me, please? Thank you. For yet to make a Memory Decks despite having all the stuff. You'll get there, Denise, don't panic. For the Polaroid one, I kind of have this thought in my head of doing like the small Polaroids that come in that Shake It Like a Picture one from Lawn Fawn. There's like smaller ones. Doing that and then having that as a shaker, but having like all different shakers. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But that will come. Honestly, I probably won't start working on that till next week, because I'm assuming that Ryan's going to have me working in the backyard most of the weekend. Yes, he will. Maybe when the dust settles to 2025. I am so waiting, and this is the hypocrisy of COVID. I am 90% sure when this is all over, I'm going to complain that I didn't do enough during this time. If all I got done, I'm being serious, you guys have to remind me of this when we get to this, when I complain that I don't have enough time. If all I got done was caught up with the Memory Decks challenge and got the deck in the backyard done, I did a good job. That's all I needed to do. So I keep track and just sort of tick these off as I do them. So if you are interested in joining in the challenge, you don't have to have anything special for Memory Decks. All you need to do is punch, all you need to do is make the card. I've got a video on my channel about how to make a box to keep them in, which is seriously just done with stuff in Kmart. Cost me $10. Really, really, really easy. None of it's complicated. You don't even have to use the punch. You can just use like a hole punch and just cut some holes, like splits in it. You don't need to have any of the stuff, but it helps. It does help. Whew. I'm not coming back to Simone, I'm coming back from Shorty. So Shorty asked, what planners am I currently using and what are they used for? Okay. Oh. Did Simone ask me about one of the...
You said you'd get back to her.
No, she was telling me about the Friendship Grows one. That's okay. If it was a question, Simone, let me know. So Shorty, at the moment I'm using 2 planners. But I'm just about to transition into a 3rd, so, and that's for a reason. So I'm still just using my navy blue Kiki K. It's my happy place, so I don't see why I need to come out of it. It's just exactly what I need, and it's just set up with my May Paper Co. Dividers, and then yeah, just same as normal, just weekly decorations as we go. Oh, I still love that one so much. That's a good word. I am going to set up a little something at the back with the Chasing Planner piece stuff, which you guys are going to see tomorrow. There's a really cool couple of bits and pieces in that new box that I want to put in the back of this. So that is in the works. That'll happen in the next couple of days as well. So that's my regular planner. That's where everything stays. I think I need to set myself up for June for my monthly. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. Whoopsies. I need to do that. That'll be on the list for the next couple of days. And then for my YouTube planner, at the moment I'm using my Forest Falls one, which has March, April and May. But I'm moving over into my Northern Lights one. So I'll give you a quick flick through this one. So this one was, should I really not write that in? Oh, how lazy am I? So we had March in Forest Falls. Smidge to the left, says Ryan. Hey, Esther. Just writing them in and just keeping track of what's on what day. Nothing too fancy in there. Same thing in April. Just using the That's So 90s kit. I really loved doing this. It was kind of like a title page if I didn't have anything for those days. It just worked really nicely. And then, yeah, just writing boxes in at the back. And then May, I actually messed up May really badly because I went, when I was doing it, and it was when I was writing it, not when I was actually doing it. So this obviously gets me to the 16th, so that was last Saturday, but then I skipped in here and started writing and didn't realise that that was actually for the Sunday the 24th. So I've just flipped them over because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. So my weeks aren't in order, but I know what's going on. And then at the back, I keep 3 notebooks in the back as well as the 3 months. Obviously only one of them is in here at the moment, but I usually do have 2 others, which is my Memory Decks notebook and then my card swap notebook, which are both in my Forest Falls at the moment. Not Forest Falls, Northern Lights at the moment. I'll show you that in just a sec. So there we go. And then the other one that I've just moved into is the Northern Lights one. So I'm in my, whoops, I need to fix that back up. Pardon me, I'm in the Melody Planner. This is a true hybrid because I have rings and strings happening in here, which I love. So good. So I've just got my little title page, dashboard. Sorry, I'll get my words right in a minute. Which was the one that I did with the rainy days, just that Learn to Dance in the Rain one. And then I've just punched the inserts that came with the melody. And I've just decorated June. Just up. Same way, but I'm just using rings instead of strings. So nothing too fancy there. So you've got the setup there. I've got some plain dots at the back, which I'll work out what to do with later. And then these will be July and then August. And then I'll work out what to put in the middle here as well. I then also have the 2 notebooks, like I said. So the Memory Decks one that lives in here, and then my card swap one, which I just keep track of birthdays that are coming up for the card swap and bits and pieces. So nothing too fancy there either, but it is a true hybrid because I've got the rings and strings, which is just so cool. So cool. I love this. I love this. It's just so beautiful for winter too. It's just a really nice colour palette to move into for winter. So there we go, shorty. I hope that helps. I do still have a bunch of other planners. I just only using these 3 actively, and yeah, Forest Falls will go up in the cupboard very, very soon. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope that helps. Okay, do I have anything else to... Oh, I finally found out, and nobody's allowed to go and get these before I get there. No one, please don't ruin my fun. The Mink ink is starting to drop at different spotlights. I do know of a store that has it, and I'm going to get it tomorrow. So I will have a video on the Mink ink reasonably soon. If you are interested in the Mink ink, then you have to go and have a look at the Heidi swap video that she did with Tim Holtz. She's basically revolutionized the way that he's basically revolutionized the way that I'm going to use that ink, because everything I've been hearing, and Denise and I have spoken to this a lot of times, the ink pad the ink pad isn't the best. It does dry out and becomes a rather wasteful way, I guess, to use it, but Tim Holtz has a idea with a brayer, so I'm going to ask Ryan very nicely when I finish this video if I can please put in an order at Craft Online to get myself a brayer. And then hopefully I can start playing with that ink and then be able to bring you guys a video sometime in June. That's my plan. I'm so looking forward to be able to put ink, like put foil on stuff with ink. I'm so looking forward to that. It's going to be really exciting. Shorty, this planner and this planner are both from, are both from Planners Anonymous. This one's Forest Falls. This one's Northern Lights. Both of them I think are still in stock. I think you're okay to get both. But yeah, they go to Planners Anonymous, plannersanon.com. We'll find you these ones. So beautiful. Copied what, the Craft Online one, Denise? Okay, there you go. Look, I've got free shipping. Because Denise will help me. Lots of things that Ashley can find on Craft Online. I don't go on that site for a reason. Tried Bunnings for a braid. Don't say that! I want to go on Craft Online, so don't ruin it.
What's a braid?
It's like a little roller. Like thick for rolling ink on stamps.
Okay.
I'll explain it to him later. I'll have a look after the video, Denise, and I'll let you know if I need help. I'm sure I won't. And then I'm going to get the mink ink tomorrow. So yeah, I can then spend all day Tuesday, when Ryan goes back to work, playing with it, I hope. Speaking of Tim Holtz, while we're in that, Tim Holtz released a new colour of Distress Oxide, or Distress Ink. I swear he heard me when I say I'd finally finished my collection, which I seriously did only 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now he's ruined it by adding another bloody colour. So, yeah, that's going to be annoying. Hold on, I need to sneeze. I think that's the only one. Is it? Yeah, it's the only one. So yeah, they're the things that I have that I know are coming. Other things I know that are coming up or coming soon. I have been pretty good with the buying, haven't I, Ryan? Mostly pretty good with the buying. I do have a very long list of things that I want.
And won't be able to get even once you go back to work.
Yeah, no, probably not. Yvonne, that's a very good point. Shorty, if you want the rings and strings, if you want to be able to put the rings and the strings in it, you have to get the Melody Planner. And the Melody is only available in the Northern Lights and the Books and Botanicals. Books and Botanicals, I showed... Oh, I can grab it. Hold on. It's right here, so I kind of don't want to be lazy. This is the gorgeous Books and Botanicals. And James, I did see you ask what I'm going to do with this one. This one's going to sit very nicely on my shelf, and this one's going to be the one that I go into for spring. So basically with my Planners Anonymous ones, I put 3 months worth of YouTube stuff in each one. So I think I started off in the In Bloom, and then moved into the Hello Universe. I know I've been in the Book Lover one, and then now been in Forest Falls. Yeah, so I just move in between them. It's a good way to kind of keep, it doesn't bulk up too much, because I can just sort of flip out and go into the next one whenever I'm ready. But I like that idea. I like the notepad or the notebook idea, like in the TNs, and I'm interested to see how it works with the rings. Because if it doesn't work, I'll just change this one back to a TN notebook for spring and go back to that one. The charm is gorgeous. Charm is gorgeous, Caroline. Hold on. Can you do a zoom in on the top? There she is. It is absolutely stunning. I love the charms. No! Denise, you can't tell me that it's sold out of the brand now. I'll find it. Don't worry. I'll find it. I think Craft Giraffe has some. I now know far too many places that have things. So yeah. My list for Spotlight and Officeworks is very long since lockdown. Thankfully, I've still been able to buy some things. Ryan hasn't been really super strict on me, but it's just the big things. Like I've got a big list of Lawn Fawn that I still want. I do know I have some Lawn Fawn coming, because I've already promised Denise that I'll buy them. Trish that I'll buy them. And Lawn Fawn have done a little mini release for May. If you want to go and look, they are just so cute. Check Scrap Dragon too, Denise. Yeah, they have just done a little mini release for May that has, what are they called? Slimline cards, which I love. I love that I have so much more room. So a slimline will fit into like a business envelope. So if you sort of think it's about, I guess like, yeah, I don't know, but I wanted to show them that, and sort of like things Ashley has hanging around her office. Kind of like this size, but a little bit shorter. That's sort of what a slimline's for, or slimline size is.
Bills come in.
Yeah, what your bills come in. So it's a nice way to send something nice. But Lawn Fawn have released a set of slimline dies that have like the stitched around the side, plus a lift the flap, which I'm so excited about. So that might be coming to me soon too. Maybe. Hopefully I can go back to work soon so that I can start earning some money so that I can buy these things, because I can't do it right now. Anyway, good work, Denise. I'll chat to you afterwards. So that's basically it. There you go, 40 minutes, that's not too bad. Now it'll take me 20 minutes to wrap this up because you guys will start coming at me with all these questions. So please feel free. Other things I can tell you are that are also coming up. So obviously we've got tomorrow's video. Oh, Shorty, there's a loaded question. I'm coming back. Tomorrow's video is the unboxing of the Chasing Planner Piece subscription box, which I love so much and has some of the coolest inserts that I'm putting straight into my planner tomorrow. Very excited. And then Sunday's weekly decoration is using the Sail and Sea kit, which just arrived from Planners Anonymous. I do know that they've just shipped out all of the Love Bug one, so I don't expect Love Bug will be too far away either. So it's going to be a very short turnaround between Sail and Sea and Love Bug, because my Sail and Sea was a little late being sent, but that's okay. Okay, so Shorty asked if I was going to do another advent calendar. We were sort of on the fence as if we were going to do it anyway, and then Love Bug is in Melbourne. Don't say that, Denise. Is yours? Did you get tracking? Because I haven't seen a track thing yet, but I'm just assuming the Australia Post isn't tracking. Although if you know it's in Melbourne, then you obviously did get tracking. I better ask, better I. Sorry, I'm very easily distracted when it comes to Planners Anonymous. It just, squirrel. The calendar was already on the fence before COVID hit. I was kind of thinking about doing it and not doing it, and we kind of thought maybe we'd do two and do like two 12-day calendars, which would be obviously completely separate. So if you wanted to just buy one, you could just do the one, or if you wanted to buy both, you could do both and you wouldn't end up with doubles. The COVID thing has kind of made it a little bit more complicated for two reasons. Number one, I don't know if anyone has the cash for it. If the want is there for it, I don't know. And then second of all, when we did it last year, we were lucky in the fact that lucky because Ryan wasn't working. I know that sounds really weird, but Ryan had the time to. Yeah, but when we needed to pack it, like the organising stuff was really easy for me to organise by myself. But the packing part of it was always going to be the really complicated part, and Ryan wasn't working, so he was able to do a lot of that while I was at work. This year, not only is Ryan working, but I'm kind of assuming that I'm going to be back working, and that I'm not going to be finished like this season in October like I normally would be. So I'm not sure on timeline. So I haven't put a hard and fast no, but it's going to take a lot to convince me to do one. Does that make sense? Sorry, I did say it would be a loaded question, Shorty, so I hope that guides it.
Now anyway.
I could pull it together. I could. If I really wanted to, I could. But anyway. Sandra wants to know if we're still doing the live sticker for the videos, because the website's down.
Well, we will at some point.
The website's gone down because we A, haven't had enough time to upkeep it, and B, didn't get enough traffic on it to constitute having it. So we kind of let it go because we didn't really need it. Sandra, if you need stickers, just let me know and I'll send you some. Thanks, Shorty. Yeah, Shorty says she'll come to Melbourne and pack it for us. We can't have, well, I guess we can now, can't we? I need to think about it. Thanks, Denise. I want to. I think it would be a lot of fun to do it again. And it was fun to do it the first time, but it's just, yeah. The world is too unsure to commit to anything. I don't even.
It's a lot of money when people don't have money at the moment.
Yeah, and I'm really worried about, like, I know for me, if you said there's going to be an advent calendar that's going to come out in December and it's going to cost $80, but you've got to pay, because we were thinking of doing two like 2 different ones that were going to be like $75 each, so therefore there's $150, but you didn't have to get both. That was sort of where my mind was going. But if you told me I had to pay $75 now for something I wasn't going to get until December, I would at this point not be able to commit to that. So I'm talking for myself, and I'm sure that I'm not the only person in that position. Shorty, I'm sorry, I sound like I'm justifying it. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm actually trying to convince myself that not doing it is the right idea. I'm still trying to kind of convince myself. Thank you, everybody. Everybody says they'll come and help. We'll have a packing party. Let me think about it some more. I'll think about it some more. Anyway, you send me a message on Facebook with who you'd like to see in it, and I'll see what I can think of. Maybe. Can't believe that it's May. Like that, it's the end of May. Like that's the crazy thing. I know some people are still spending big. I get that. I just, nah. Anyway. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it. I don't think it would put a stress on us, Shorty. It's just more of I wouldn't want to let you guys down. And there was a lot of things out of last year's that I know I didn't do particularly well. And I would want to do better. And I don't know if I can commit to that time yet. I don't know. It's not that I can't. I definitely can. But I don't know yet how the world's going to look. And I kind of need to know that before I can make any decisions. Anyway, someone change the subject. What else can I show you or tell you? What have I got in this room? Oh, I was going to show you my vintage card. That's right. It's up here. It's hiding. Can you go above my head again, Ryan, please? This is completely different for me. So there's so many different things happening here. So this has got a watercolor paper base that I've smooshed with Distress Oxides. Can you zoom in any more? Is that as far as it goes?
Well, I can, but you were going out of frame.
Sorry, there we go. That I've smooshed with Distress Oxides to get the background. And then on top of that, I've put, with a stencil, I've stenciled in some mixed media matte that I mixed in some colour. I don't even know what colour it was. It does, Denise, that was my point. I was trying to make it look very Tim. And then I put on some vellum that I'd stamped and then deliberately smudged just a little bit. So that makes up the background, and then I've got the happy birthdays in the Scrabble tiles, and then I have this little flower here that was white, which I made brown because I felt like it. But yeah, I was trying to be very Tim. I just wanted to try something different. I wanted to see what I could manage to pull off, and I think I pulled off that one okay. I've been really enjoying playing with different mediums. I've been playing with my, it's going to bang if I pull it, isn't it? No, it's not. Playing with my stencils, which some of them I make myself, some of them I bought from Kmart, some of them I bought from Kaisercraft, but they're all very easily accessible in my cute little storage thing now. So I've been having fun playing with those, and I've just been between using the Heidi Swap texture paste, which I'm going to buy some more of that tomorrow, and then the mixed media matte, which is really good. I was just sort of thinking it would be like a glue, which it's a bloody good glue, but it gives a real lot of texture as well, which is really cool. So I've been enjoying playing with those a little bit. Okay, I think I'm finished. I don't think I have anything else to tell you. I did try and kill my mink, but I didn't. Ryan rescued it. Big thing. Don't put paper through the mink without a cover. I learned something. Don't do it. I did know that. I just tried to push boundaries again.
You broke the other one?
Hmm?
Isn't that how you broke
Yeah. 2 minutes later, I screwed it up. Whoops. Esther, this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned from COVID. Even with all the time in the world and with nothing else to do, there are days where you just don't want to craft. And I never thought I'd say that. I never, ever thought I'd say that I have too much time to craft. But it's true. And I've got a need to want to do it. And if I don't want to do it, I can't make myself, and I just sit in here and watch TV all day. That's all I do. So you have to want to do it. and some days you just don't have the mojo for it, so I don't do it. Like today, I went and sat and played The Sims all day long. That was all I did. Thrilling day. And you melted your first mink. Okay, there's a story there I need to hear later.
Melted yours.
Well, I didn't melt the mink.
Sure.
Okay, righto. Okay, I think that's it. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty good with all my videos at the moment, so I don't need your help with anything. But if you want to give me some video ideas, I'm happy to take them. I think I've got back on track a little bit now that some things are coming in. Like when you've got subscription boxes coming, that really helps. See you, Diana.
Planner Jammers.
Oh, Planner Jammers. Thank you, Ryan. So Ryan's just reminded me that we're still doing the Planner E-Jammers. That's still happening. Guaranteed twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on who's rostered on for a Tuesday. But we do it Friday nights and Sunday afternoons, and then sometimes Tuesday afternoons. Crafting is optional. You don't have to craft. Michaela, hold on, I'll come back. You don't have to craft. You can just sit around and talk. You can sit there. I know Simone sometimes, like I know this is a craft, but she sits there and crochets. I know I've sat here and scheduled all my Instagram photos for the next week. It's just about having some other people to talk to, which we know at this time can sometimes be a bit hard. Not all of us are lucky enough to have a Ryan or a Jet at home to play with, so I'm a bit spoiled there. But if you want to join in, head over to the Planner Jammers page. It is true, Denise, it's very weird seeing only one person on the screen. I did do my own little Zoom a couple of weeks ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. That I did a Plum Mashable Zoom. If you guys are interested in doing another one of those, that's fine. I'm happy to do another one, maybe in like 2 weeks if the world doesn't change too much. But yeah, and Yvonne always comes in. It's like at 7:30 a.m. or something her time, and she pops in and sits with us while she's supposed to be working. It's great. I love Yvonne coming in. So yeah, let me know about that one. Michaela, can we see Ryan, me, and Jet in The Sims? No, because I don't make myself. I don't like seeing myself in sim form. Never have. I like to do weird things with my Sims. So I'll set myself at this Sim is going to do this. So a couple of weeks ago I had a Sim that just kept adopting kids. And I think she adopted like 9 of them. She actually had 2 taken away again, which was just, I didn't mean to do that, but that's what happened. And then at the moment I'm playing one that's an evil Sim. So Ryan came in and was like, why have you got a girl trapped in the backyard? Because he's an evil Sim and he needs to see someone killed. So that was what I was doing. Because if you can't take out your evilness on Sims, who can you take your evilness out on? So, okay, Jet's decided something's going on. So yeah, that was that. I don't like making myself a Sim. I've never been that person that does that. So, yeah, maybe one day. But I don't think I'd like to make a me Sim or a Ryan Sim. Couldn't do weird things to Ryan. Jet, come here. Come here. You want to come say hi to everybody? Huh? He's getting very good at this. Hello. You say hi. He loves his new backyard, by the way. Have I thought about live streaming my sim sessions? I don't think the computer I use on it would be capable of holding up to that.
Yeah, we'd stream through this. You just play.
Okay.
You could do it if you wanted to.
Why?
If you wanted to, I said.
Explain. Why do you do why do you do that?
That's what PewDiePie did.
Who's PewDiePie?
He's the biggest YouTuber in the world.
Okay, I don't understand that. Someone needs to explain it.
60 million followers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No thanks. I think The Sims 2 were my favourite, but I am really enjoying Sims 4. I think I skipped 3. Or didn't play it for very long before I kind of grew out of it. But it's a good thing to have, I think, like when Ryan wants to play his game, because he really likes to... Yeah, Denise, it's not this computer. This computer could handle it. So could my iMac, but the MacBook. But the computer I'm using for The Sims was just a... it can't even...
It's a laptop.
It's a very old laptop. Very old, clunky, heavy, bad laptop. So yeah, I don't know if it would work. Okay, Ryan's saying it would. I'll think about it, Michaela. I never considered it. I didn't even know that was a thing. So Ryan might need to explain it. Yeah, The Sims 3 wasn't the best. Sims 2 was the best in my head. Original Sims was great, but you didn't grow. Whereas when you got to growing, that was really cool. Although the Sims 4 moves too fast, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will do another Zoom. I'll do it in 2 weeks, I guess. Where's my book? Where's my book? We won't lock it in for, but let's think about it being like maybe on Wednesday the 10th. Something like that. That might not be a good idea because footy comes back the next day. So leave it with me. All depends a little bit on work. I don't know yet what's happening, so I don't want to make too many plans, but I will think about it. I will try and organise something, but if I have to cancel it at the last minute, that'll be why, because it'll come down to work and stuff. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for asking your questions on Instagram. If I'm ever a little bit not sure what to do in these, that's where I go and I just get people to ask me some questions. Most of the time, though, you guys have worked it out. I just end up sitting here and talking to you. There's not much else going on, but yeah. Thank you guys for making me feel better. Like I said, I've had a rough couple of days, but this always helps. I always feel like, oh no, I've got to get myself up for it and I've got to be happy for it, but you guys put me in such a great mood, so it does help. Ryan might even not get grumpy actually when we get off this. Maybe. He may be lucky. All good, guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for my... No, it wasn't, Denise. Yours was fun. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for the Chasing Planner Piece box reveal. It's so cool. And I'll see you guys in that video. Massive huggles to everybody. Love you. Bye.